No, Your Honor.
All right, 357B in evidence. Thank you.
I can just tell you the basic facts is like it was private for days after I filed. You did not have to file. That's not a move that the other party has to make.
Okay.
And it's just not.
Okay.
And you did.
Okay.
Well, your team did.
Okay.
And then within 5 minutes, it was in TMZ. You just do the math yourself without any other thing, and that's why it's very clear.
Okay.
And I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know that, and if that's the case, I'll acknowledge it. You know, and if you say proof, then I'll acknowledge it. Look, it doesn't shock me that any fucking
Yeah, it seems to make sense.
attorney would do something like that. It doesn't, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't shock me. But I'm telling you now, if they file the fucking papers tomorrow, which means the shit I gotta file before we go to court on Friday. If they file those papers, it's first of all, it's very bad for both of us. Okay.
Well, your team's not going to file anything that they think is bad for you. Trust me.
No, you're what you're saying. You got to do something to protect yourself, which means throwing me under the bus for some video about me being.
Not me. I have to respond legally, meaning I'll have to go and pursue the. No, I have to pursue the whole course of action because here's what you don't understand. If we do this. And basically, no, because I called my lawyers and I said, why aren't we negotiating more? What is going on? Where are we? And they're like, everything is in their court. We literally...
They won't settle. Your agents won't, your lawyers won't settle, baby, I'm telling you.
No, we want to mediate. We even have we even found mediators and everything. Like, that was all worked out. The thing that Laura didn't agree to was she did not want to agree to a mutual gag order. And that's the problem. Like, she doesn't want the gag order. Why, Johnny? Why? Why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she want both parties not talk about this in the press? By the way, just talking about the press, not even talking about the court.
Okay.
Why?
I tell you what, Amber, let me get on that right now. I'll fucking get on it right now. And I'll get a message back to you somehow. Just you know. But I'll get on it right now.
I just want you to know I've not done anything and have not been doing any moves. Like, look it up, the timeline. Nothing was on the offense. Everything's been a defensive move because I'm being called a liar and a gold digger. And I'm not lying about any of this shit. And I am not after a dime of your money. And
do you remember when you had this discussion with Mr. Depp?
Yes.
When was that?
I believe that was June of 2016, so after the divorce, while we still had the restraining order.
Okay. And what, if anything, was going on with respect to a gag order at that point?
Objection calls for speculation.
I'm asking her. I haven't...
All right, overruled. Good.
I was trying to get Johnny to stop the smear campaign that
Objection,
he
Your
launched.
Honor. Hearsay. Lack of foundation.
What, if any, discussion did you have with him about a smear campaign?
Johnny told me that he would ruin me, that no one would ever touch me, meaning professionally, no one would ever work with me again. That I'd never work again, that I'd be selling Depends, is what he said. And that he'd ruined my career, and he refused to not engage up until that point, he refused to not engage with the press by leaking,
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for speculation.
How is that speculation?
This is what he's telling her, correct?
Right.
Okay. All right. I'll overrule the objection.
And up until that point, I was trying to, get him to call the dogs off, call it off, because it was forcing me into a position where he was calling me a liar, and he was forcing me to prove it. and I knew that wasn't going to be good for him. And I kept saying, don't make me prove it. I don't want to. But he was calling me a liar and having a really sophisticated, very, very well-paid, very sophisticated PR machine.
Objection, Your
going
Honor.
overtime.
Calls for speculation.
I'll sustain the objection.
I'll move on. Let's go to Depp exhibit, that's plaintiff's exhibit 357C. That's 12:30 to 16:30. I'm going to move the admission.
Any objection?
No objection, Your
All
Honor.
right, 357C in evidence.
All right. Michelle, if you can play.
I'm not, it's not about that. It would not be about me throwing you under the bus. You know what it would be? It would be released through documented people coming on the record and having the protection to do so that haven't had yet. It would be eyewitness statements. It would be evidence, tons of it, and it would be through years. And it would be unbelievable to imagine that either I'm in A, secret fake club, or B, I've had
A secret what?
I've had a secret fight club, or that I have been plotting to do this for for 3 years, and while taking pictures of it and documenting it, just saving it up for the right time when I'm not asking for any money and have nothing financial to gain from it. But no one is going to believe that. No one is going to believe that one of the two alternatives, either I'm in a fight club, or I've been going through hair and makeup, or going through makeup through all these years, where I have corroborating text messages between people that match those dates of those timestamp validated photos of either corroboration between people hearing us or corroboration of next day, Whitney sending text message to Kevin, him responding, or, the kind of stuff like between me and people in your life. It is insanely cross-corroborated then if it is a plan. I'm going to put makeup on myself and take pictures throughout the years and just sit on it for years. While having this imaginary life run parallel to it. Do you understand that the pictures I have match with text messages to my mom back and forth about it, and text messages between, say, Raquel and my mom, or Raquel and my dad, or, between my two friends. Or there's a text message where I tell Jody the night before I had that James Corden night show thing, where I say, hey, Jody, I've had an accident. I think I have a busted lip, I may have a busted nose and 2 black eyes tomorrow because I don't know how that will be until the morning and we may have to cancel. But the appearance, I don't know how I'm icing it, I'll let you know in the morning, and things like that. It doesn't matter. There is nothing there. Nothing, and all of that won't be me throwing you under the bus. That will be evidence in this case, which it will be criminal as well, because I cannot go on Friday and file without filing a police statement first. And the only reason I haven't filed that police statement, which has been used against me, by the way, every day, and the only reason I won't do it, I haven't done it, is because I don't want to hurt you, and that means it goes out of my hands. And we had a third-party prosecutor come, and a criminal lawyer come, and they went, the problem is, hearing from you, your biggest struggle is that this is just, it's the most solid evidence case of domestic violence I've ever seen, and if you give this over to them or present any part of it, they will prosecute him. And I felt like I'm not, I would never want that for you. It's hard for me to even understand. I don't call myself, in my head, it's hard for me to even accept any sort of victimdom ever.
Can you please explain what the context of this was?
I was begging Johnny to not make me prove what I've had to sit on this stand in front of all of you and prove and talk about. I was begging not to do this and have to sit where I'm sitting today. I didn't want this. I don't want to be here. I didn't want to be there then. And I was trying to point out something to somebody who I thought did not have a firm grasp on reality.
Objection calls for speculation.
Overruled. Good.
Thank you.
I was trying to point out how absurd it would be for him to keep making me prove this by calling me a liar. I was trying to get him to not call me a liar because everything that I had said to date and everything I've said to date now is the truth. And I was begging him not to make me prove it, that there were photos, that there were witnesses, that there was my testimony. There were years of me with injuries on the dates where we were fighting, and they were documented. I mean, pictures from 2012. So I was trying to say to him, either you'd suppose that people would rather believe this is a hoax, elaborate, well-orchestrated, year-long campaign for what? Or that, what? It just seemed crazy. And I thought no one was advising him in his best interest. I thought no one was telling him the truth. I know he's surrounded by yes men, and I thought nobody was saying to Johnny, this is crazy, don't do this. And I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to hurt him. I loved him. I loved him so much. That's why I'm explaining to him why I didn't file criminal charges. I didn't file a police report, even though it was being used against me. I didn't want this to go to a prosecutor. I didn't want this to hurt Johnny. I don't want this to hurt Johnny.
Michelle, can you bring up Depp Exhibit 357D as in David? And that is 17:25 to 17:25.